What's up, guys? My name's Capri. As you may know, this is Brad. And
I'm Susie. I'm the roommate.
And I'm Gigi. I was one of Ashley's friends.
And the people you see sitting here are the people that were in the hotel room on July 7th.
So are you gonna speak out on what happened, or are you just gonna keep on shopping like nothing's wrong? Because you simply said over 10 people. That is disgusting.
Deep down, I know she's an amazing person, and I hope that she can get help for whatever she's going through.
Y'all have been asking for this one. I have seen the comments, the DMs, even people tagging me on TikTok. Everyone wanted a full breakdown on Ashley Barnes. So here we are. Ashley Barnes just turned TikTok upside down. Not because of some teenage drama, but because creators are calling her a predator. It all started with a drawer. A video of Ashley's hotel drawer went viral, packed with lube, fluffy handcuffs, arousal gummies, and even a Bible on top. But that wasn't the worst part. People who were actually there say Ashley trapped everyone in that hotel room, shoved drinks and gummies at them, forced kisses, and turned a game of truth or dare into something nobody agreed to. Some even claim she had plans to blackmail one of them after trying to hook up, using it to force streams and collabs for clout. And now more influencers are coming out saying Ashley wasn't just reckless, she was calculated, using money, manipulation, and threats to control people. If what's already out is just the surface, the next wave of receipts could finish her career and drag a few others down with her. This whole thing kicked off when a video started blowing up on TikTok and Reddit, a clip from inside Ashley's own hotel room. Brad Mason opened her drawer and it wasn't normal. We're talking bottles of lube, fluffy handcuffs, packs of arousal gummies, weird gels, and for some reason, a Bible sitting right on top like some twisted cherry on top. It didn't look like a random stash. It looked like a setup, like she brought a whole kit to make sure that the night went a certain way, whether anyone actually wanted that or not. Brad even recorded everything he found, pulling out the toys, the handcuffs, the gummies, and even a vibrator so people could see just how prepared she came for that night.
I have, we go into this drawer next to, the bed, and she has two pairs of, handcuffs, not normal ones, fluffy ones, handcuffs like that. She has, this kind of, gel, it's called, it's kind of like a happy ending gel. It's when you when you're doing stuff with someone. She has lube. She has a vibrator. She has those gummies to make you want to do stuff. She has boys ones, girls ones, and liquid ones. She had all this stuff in her drawer, and I'm like, bro, I have no clue what could have happened last night.
And that was just the start, because once people who were there started talking about what actually went down that night, the drawer became the least shocking part of the story. This wasn't just another wild party. This was multiple people trapped in a hotel room, pushed into drinking and taking things that they didn't want, pressured into hooking up, and left feeling scared enough to start warning everyone to stay away from Ashley Barnes. And from there, the stories only get darker. The vibe in that hotel room was nothing like some carefree party. People have described it as tense and uncomfortable from the moment they showed up. Drinks were already being poured, gummies were being handed out, and saying no didn't really seem to be an option. Brad even talks about the moment that she pushed a gummy toward his mouth, telling him to fake it so she could use it to make her next move with someone else in the room.
She's like, oh, take this gummy, shoving it in my face. I'm sitting back, on my phone, no, I'm good. And then she whispers in my ear, she's like, Brad, just act like you take a bite, you just throw it on the floor, I just really want this person to take it so I can get with them.
Nobody was laughing, nobody felt relaxed. It was like everyone was waiting for the moment they could quietly slip out without setting her off. And that game she forced on everyone, it wasn't some silly bonding activity. She pulled out a bottle of pheromone spray, spritzed people like it was perfume, and made everyone play truth or dare. And while everyone was already uncomfortable, this moment sealed it. Ashley takes things even further, putting her hands on her roommate's throat and forcing a makeout, only to brush it off later like they just did it as friends.
So Ashley grabs her by the face and starts making out with her. And then she pulls away, and then Ashley, she like grabs her by the throat and pulls her back in, and she's like, what? Like, she's like, clearly does not want this to happen. Clearly super uncomfortable. And then we obviously felt bad because we didn't think she was gonna do that. Like, that was totally out of pocket.
By the time people started texting each other to call rides and get out, it was clear that this wasn't just about partying too hard. It was about control, and she wasn't letting up, even when people were clearly scared. But what happened to one person that night made this all feel even darker. Now, Capri thought that he was safe around Ashley. He'd been friends with her for a while and even believed she was into girls, not guys. So he figured her energy toward him was just platonic. Turns out it wasn't. Even though Capri had a girlfriend, Piper Rockelle, who y'all know is big in her own way, not without her own controversies, but that's a story for another day, Ashley kept coming at him all night. She tried to get him alone, kept handing him drinks he didn't want, and even pushed those same gummies that everyone else had been avoiding. Capri kept telling her no, but she just wouldn't drop it. Here is him talking about one of those moments when Ashley tried to kiss him and he had to remind her that he has a girlfriend he loves and actually wants a future with.
I think one of us are trolling. We're trolling. Okay, me and Brad are trolling, so we dare Ashley to make out with her roommate because we're like, no way. She's gonna see what she's trying to do to us. No way. She does it. She's telling me, see, me and my roommate are friends. Now me and you can make out, me and you can kiss. And I'm like, that's not happening. So after that, everybody but Ashley unanimously decides not to play the game anymore. And Ashley's just heartbroken. She's literally asking me why I don't want to kiss her, why I don't want to do anything. And I'm literally looking her in the eyes and I'm like, I have a girlfriend.
And it wasn't just about some random hookup either. In a recent video, Capri and Brad both claimed the real reason Ashley was trying so hard to get with Capri, knowing full well he was dating Piper, was because she wanted leverage. They believed that she planned to blackmail him later and force him into doing streams and collabs with her just because he has a bigger following.
At the time, we really didn't really understand to an extent of what she was doing because to us, she was our friend. But I just thought, honestly, that she was just drunk. And now, a couple days later, we understand like definitely what she was trying to do, especially after hearing everybody's experiences.
Basically, it wasn't just about wanting him, it was about controlling him and boosting her own clout. Then the whispers started that she allegedly shelled out $3,000 afterward to get Capri banned and quiet after he spoke out about the night. A lot of people, including Capri, think that she was trying to erase any proof before the story could catch fire.
But it has come to my attention that Ashley Barnes did pay about $3,000 to ban my account, meaning she paid, let's say again, $3,000 to silence me.
Eventually, Capri decided to put it all out there himself. In his own video, he warned other creators to keep their distance, saying she had been pretending to be his friend just so that he would feel safe, only to flip on her whole energy once they were behind closed doors. And while Capri managed to get out before things got worse, one person stuck in that room had a night that's hard to even put into words. When most of the others found a way out, Brad stayed behind, hoping he could just crash, sleep, and get through it. But Ashley wasn't done. The second he laid down, she got right up next to him, way too close, started touching herself inches from him, whispering things about how maybe she needed to lose weight or get bigger boobs to be what people wanted. He said it didn't feel like some self-conscious moment, it felt like she was trying to wear him down until he gave in. At some point, he just shut down, blacked out from exhaustion, trying to tune everything out, and when he woke up the next morning, that's when everything clicked. But things only got stranger when he decided to reach out to Ashley's dad about what happened. Instead of blowing up or defending his daughter, Ashley's dad actually apologized. He admitted that she had been abusing substances and said what happened wasn't like her and that she needed help. He even shared his own story with years of battling alcoholism before he got sober and said he worried Ashley was going down that same road. They've even made TikToks together on sobriety, of course. Just check out this one for instance.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Like some then you die, right?
Sometimes life's a and then you keep living.
Ashley herself came on a few days later saying that she'd checked into rehab for 3 days. She also blamed part of what happened on her medication, saying it made her lose memory and that she couldn't recall parts of that night at all. For a minute, some people started feeling bad for her, but But then the timeline started looking off. That same week that she left treatment, she was seen back out making TikToks about partying like nothing ever happened. And in case you missed it, here's the clip. Here's the part people can't get past. Through all of this, Ashley hasn't made a single public apology, not one, which is crazy when you think about how she once sat down and filmed a whole video just to apologize for switching up her content style because fans said it didn't feel like her anymore.
Hi guys, it's Ashley Barnes. I'm about to go to class. It starts in like 15 minutes. But I just wanted to publicly apologize for the last 3 months of my life, and also just kind of the fact that I'm not the person that you guys followed when I started making content. And some people have commented saying like, I miss like when she used to do this kind of content, I miss when she used to do this.
So she'll say sorry when her views drop, but stay silent when creators are calling her a predator? Like, make it make sense. Now, the more people talk, the more it felt like this wasn't someone trying to get better. It was someone trying to keep their image from collapsing. And the way that she handled everything after that made people even more suspicious. When videos about Ashley started going viral, her family went legal. Natalie Reynolds, another TikTok creator, revealed that the Barnes family hit her with a lawsuit and even sent her a cease and desist over her coverage of the situation. Here is Natalie herself explaining how Ashley's family is coming after her just for talking about what everyone was already seeing online.
I am being sued by Ashley Barnes and her family. I have received a cease and desist and am now being accused of defaming Ashley Barnes after making a diss track, and now they're requesting for me to take down all the videos about her. I would like to say I am so sorry, Ashley Barnes, for absolutely nothing, and I will not be taking down the videos of you. Your bad actions have consequences, and if your dad wants to take me to court, let's do it.
To the online community, it didn't look like protecting her name. It looked like trying to scare people quiet. If she could hit a big creator with legal threats, who else would dare speak? But instead of calming the storm, it made things worse. More people started speaking up because this wasn't just a party gone wrong anymore. It was about silencing victims, and once that became the conversation, others decided to share what Ashley had done to them. And that's when things truly spiraled. TikTok influencer Lucy Noel dropped her own story, calling it the less confusing version because she wanted to cut through the chaos, and her experience was straight up disturbing. She said she met Ashley at an event and later crossed paths with her at a party. At first it was normal until Ashley got physical. Lucy says Ashley grabbed her by the waist against her will, holding her close when she didn't want it, and then while they were dancing, Ashley allegedly slid her hands down and touched her genital area. Lucy said that this wasn't playful or mutual. It was invasive. She left the encounter feeling completely uncomfortable and violated. And here's how Lucy explained the whole encounter.
I finished peeing, and then she goes to use the bathroom, we could scoot past each other. It was a pretty small bathroom stall, and she kind of grabbed my waist. It was kind of strange. It was that was kind of a red flag to me. Near the end of the party, where everyone, or it was just us two at the time, before everyone got to the dance floor, it was just me and her, and we were dancing. And then I told her that I had a really bad kink. Cause I don't believe in TMI, okay, girl? And she looks me up, and I specifically vividly remember this. She looked me up and down, and she stepped closer to me, and she was like, I can fix that for you. And put her hand near. You get the gist.
And once her video went up, people realized this wasn't just one bad night or one unlucky group of people. Ashley's behavior was a pattern, and it was happening in different settings with different people. But as awful as Lucy's story was, another influencer's confession painted an even more complicated picture. Elle Stone came forward with her own story, and it hit on something even more personal. She admitted that she's been struggling with her sexuality, feeling totally lost about who she is and what intimacy even feels feels like for her right now. And while she was in that vulnerable space, Ashley kissed her. Elle made it clear that this wasn't some cute coming of age moment. It left her even more conflicted, adding to the confusion she was already feeling, and instead of support, it felt like someone taking advantage while she was figuring herself out. Elle talks about how that moment with Ashley didn't bring clarity. It just left her feeling even more lost about herself.
Long story short, really late at night, we ended up kissing, and she tried to get me to go to bed with her. I didn't want to. She still wanted me to, but I was like, no thank you. Went back to my dorm room. I was really excited, actually. I remember getting back and calling to my friends, like I was not in the right headspace, which is my own fault.
And just when people thought that Elle's story was done, she dropped one last detail that had everyone questioning how deep this really goes. She says she walked in on Ashley in a hotel room with a man who is clearly much older. Ashley was wearing just a towel and the guy was shirtless. Elle didn't say names, but the way she described it, the whole thing felt off. Like whatever was happening there wasn't just inappropriate. It could have been flat out illegal for the man involved.
Very sexual things with another person. And again, this isn't my place to speak about this because it's not my body, it's not my, that's her stuff. But this guy was way older and I was worried about her. She was answering her phone, I was knocking on her door, she opened it and she was in a towel and I was like, and then he was shirtless and I was like, oh.
And last but not least, because more people are still coming out, there's Molina and Savannah Jacobs. These two TikTok creators aren't just reacting to the drama, they're saying they lived it. In their videos, they claim Ashley didn't just cross boundaries at parties. She gaslit them emotionally, made them feel on edge, and then even got tangled up in their breakup drama. One clip even hints that Ashley was paying them at some point, which has people asking if it was hush money, control, or something even shadier. And this moment says it all. Molina and Savannah talking about how Ashley actually paid them $250 to kiss.
I was sitting there and Savannah said something, I don't recall what it was, but I was like, stop before I kiss you, and we just giggled. Ashley turned and said, do it.
We kind of looked at each other like weird and confused. We're like, no, like, haha, that's, like, we don't do that.
Yeah, like it's a joke, I have a girlfriend. Ashley then proceeds to
continue the joke
and beg us. I made a joke and I said, $250, give me $250. And she said, okay.
Not thinking she would actually give Molina the $250.
So when we were sitting there, she wanted us to just peck. We kept saying no. Took us 10 minutes to finally do it because we just wanted her to shut the f up.
They said that at first they felt blindsided by her and then genuinely scared once they realized how far her reach went. And their stories prove this isn't just about wild nights or bad decisions. It's about emotional manipulation and money being used to keep people close or keep them quiet. So if Ashley was allegedly doing this to people in her own circle, imagine how much worse it looks for everyone else who is just now starting to speak up. At this point, Ashley isn't just losing followers or brand deals. She's being painted as someone dangerous to be around by multiple people in multiple settings with stories that all echo the same thing. Those who were there say she's not just out of control, she's manipulative, reckless, and willing to push past every boundary to get what she wants. And the worst part, the people speaking out are saying this might just be the start. Several creators have hinted that there are even more stories waiting to be told. If those drop, this doesn't just stay as influencer drama, it could blow open into something way bigger with legal consequences that make brand deals the least of Ashley's problems. Because if everything we've heard so far is just scratching the surface, the next wave could reveal things that make the first accusations feel small. And when that happens, Ashley Barnes won't just be another TikToker with a scandal. The question now isn't if her career survives, it's what happens when the next person speaks up and the rest of this story finally comes out.